Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for Thursday, June 12th, 2025. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino, CDM number 9. Well, we have a lot to talk about today. Of course, everyone's interested to see what type of weather we're going to be dealing with for the Father's Day weekend. But before we begin, please like, share, and subscribe. It actually helps the channel out quite a bit. Let your friends and family know where you get this excellent weather information from. And of course, if you're interested in more detailed information like how the weather pattern is going to be evolving as we head towards July, some of the lifting parameters for this weekend, and also how to prepare for the tropics, definitely check out the premium consulting membership. Only $15 a month. So let's dive into the observations. Currently, we have a southwesterly wind and temperatures are warming up very nicely, ranging from the lower to mid 70s over the northern interior, mid to upper 70s along the coast. We'll be in the 80s very shortly, probably within the next hour, with that southwesterly wind transporting more humid air into the region. You're definitely going to notice a bit of an uptick in the humidity for today under that southwesterly wind regime. So for today, as we take a look at our surface map and radar from WeatherTap, high pressure is generally in control. We're going to be in between this stationary front that's over here in the Atlantic and this cold front that is weakening as it's approaching south. And that is going to be a theme as we move on through this whole weekend, is that these cold front boundaries are basically going to try to push south and then stall out as they do so, and not really produce much in the way of a temperature change by the cold fronts themselves, but more because of the shifts in the wind coming off the Atlantic Ocean, leading to cooler weather conditions. But for today, it will remain quiet as this high pressure system kind of holds off that influence until we get to tonight, with the threat from maybe an isolated thunderstorm or shower over eastern Pennsylvania before it collapses, moving through the Philadelphia metro. When we take a look at the infrared satellite picture, you can see the setup here really nicely. There's our cold front. This feature out here is with the subtropical gesture, and it's producing some pretty impressive thunderstorms over Texas. This feature will approach us, but weaken as it does so, and interact with the frontal boundary that is lining up here. So that's going to lead to some waves of low pressure and increasing cloud cover, drizzle, showers, but not a complete washout because the lifting here is going to be pretty weak. Notice we're not seeing a lot of cold cloud tops with this cold front until we get all the way back here in the northern plains, and that won't be impacting us. And this feature, well, as it's lifting to the northeast, it's actually going to be weakening. So these factors lead to more cloud cover, sure, but not exactly widespread rainfall. So when we take a look at our visible satellite picture, mix of sun and clouds, not too bad. No sign of any type of strong lifting, right? We aren't seeing any type of strong thunderstorms up here or anything of that nature. So we're kind of getting this theme here that, okay, some weaker lifting is going to be involved here in this whole setup. So let's take a look at our forecast for today. Mix of sun and clouds for the most part. A lot of sunshine earlier in the day, of course, with high temperatures ranging from the lower to mid 80s over the northern interior, upper 80s to lower 90s on the I-95 corridor, and mid to upper 80s along the coast. So overall, a very summer-like day, perfect day to head to the beach. Unfortunately, it's also during the middle of the week. I know, it goes downhill from here. So tonight into tomorrow, the cold front presses south, and with that, possibly an isolated shower or thunderstorm, but for the most part, just scattered cloud cover. Low temperatures will range from the upper 50s to lower 60s over the northern interior, lower to mid 60s in your suburbs, and mid to upper 60s in your urban areas. Tomorrow afternoon, the cold front stalls out right over the region, basically cutting through New York City and Philadelphia. And it's going to lead to a mix of sun and clouds and some isolated to widely scattered showers and thunderstorms. These thunderstorms, though, will be weak because what's building in is more of a stable air mass. Look for high temperatures much cooler than today, ranging from the mid to upper 70s over the northern interior, mid to upper 70s on Long Island, upper 70s to lower 80s along the rest of the coast, and lower to mid 80s on the I-95 corridor. On Friday night into Saturday morning, we'll get low clouds, drizzle, and scattered showers. Now, this looks worse than what it really is. So basically, this is like your drizzle, and then this here is like your lone shower here and here, and these individual showers. Again, with this type of model, it's kind of hard to get the convective parameters here right, but you kind of get the idea here. Scattered showers about, not a complete washout, but not exactly the best weather conditions for outdoor activities, and that's going to continue on into Saturday afternoon. So again, it's kind of wrong cool out with low temperatures on Saturday ranging from the mid to upper 50s over the northern interior, upper 50s to lower 60s in the suburbs, and mid to upper 60s in your urban areas. High temperatures will range from the upper 60s to lower 70s on Long Island, mid to upper 70s everywhere else. On Sunday, on Father's Day, it doesn't get much better. That stationary front is hanging around with a few waves of low pressure. Low clouds, some drizzle, some scattered showers, not a washout, but certainly not pleasant conditions if you're heading to the beach. But if you're going to, like, say, a baseball game or some sort of other outdoor activity like a barbecue, you'll be able to get by. Just have an umbrella handy just for that passing shower that'll last about 15 to 30 minutes. Look for low temperatures to range from the upper 50s to lower 60s over the northern interior, lower to mid 60s along the coast. High temperatures will range from the lower to mid 70s along the immediate coast, mid to upper 70s everywhere else. On Monday, an area of low pressure passes to our south with, again, scattered showers, capable of some heavier downpours here and there. Low temperatures will range from the lower to mid 60s. High temperatures will range from the upper 60s to lower 70s, with that onshore flow continuing. On Tuesday and Wednesday, we'll have a trough hanging around the region that's going to open up the potential for mix of sun and clouds, and also a few widely scattered to isolated showers and thunderstorms. Low temperatures on Tuesday and Wednesday will range from the lower to mid 60s over the northern interior, mid to upper 60s along the coast. High temperatures in the upper 70s to lower 80s over the northern interior, lower to mid 80s along the coast. And then on Thursday, a cold front will swing on through with scattered showers and thunderstorms. Look for low temperatures in the upper 60s to lower 70s, and high temperatures ranging from the upper 70s to lower 80s over the northern interior, lower to mid 80s along the immediate coast, and mid to upper 80s on the I-95 corridor. So we'll have more details on this and go over the lifting parameters tomorrow in the premium public video discussion. But the overall theme is this. If you have plans for Father's Day weekend for your special person out there, definitely be prepared for a few passing showers. But don't cancel your outdoor plans completely. But if you're heading to the beach, you might want to think of a couple of different ideas as we dodge a few showers, and that onshore flow keeps us relatively cool and cloudy. That's your forecast discussion for today. Have a wonderful day. And as always, stay safe out there.